Hello everyone. So today we will learn history and our topic is in the earliest cities. So let's start. You have heard about the cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro etc. So what was special about them? So these cities were divided into two or more parts. Usually the part to the west was smaller but higher. Archaeologists described this as the citadel. Generally, the part to the east was larger but lower. This was called the lower town. Very often, walls of baked brick were built around each part. The bricks were so well baked that they have lasted for thousands of years. The bricks were laid in an interlocking pattern and that made them strong. The walls strong but were made from them. So, why were they laid in the interlocking pattern? As I said, they made the wall strong. Where you have seen the interlocking pattern used for making the thing strong? Yes, you may have seen them in baskets or any paper crafts, etc. So, the cities were found in the Punjab and Sindh in Pakistan. The part of Punjab and Sindh which is in Pakistan. And in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab which is in India. So, archaeologists have found a set of unique objects in almost 3 cities. Red pottery painted with designs in black, stone weights, seals, special beads, copper tools and parallel-sided long stone blades. So, what were stone blades? A long piece of stone, they took a long piece of stone and cut it sided to make it sharp and cut the things. So, these are the cities. All the cities are in Sapta Sindhu region, which I told you the state's name. So, they are near the banks of rivers Ravi, Chenab, Jhelum and Indus and Satluj also. So, what were the cities? Mohenjo-daro, Sotkako, Harappa, Rakhigadi, Kalibanga, Ganveriwala, Chanhudaro, Dholavira, Surkotada and Lothal. So, what is this? You may have seen this in any newspaper or anything. So, this is the Great Bath. This was the main building in Mohenjo-daro. So, what was the Great Bath? Yes, it was a large tank that were built in this area. This was lined with bricks, coated with plaster and made watertight with a layer of natural tar. See carefully, listen carefully. It was made watertight with natural tar. This question can come in your exams. So, you cannot see in the picture, but there is a hole at one of the corners. A door-like looking hole. A large hole. So, the water was drained out from it. The dirty water. It has some stairs on 2 sides. So these steps were in east and west direction. So what is this? These are the stairs. See the bricks, they are laid in an interlocking pattern. So what were the drains in the cities? You cannot see in them because they were covered. See till here where you can see some black. Here is the uncovered part and the part which is lasting from that wall, it is covered. So, the drains in the Harappan cities were properly covered. They were laid in straight lines. Although you cannot see it, each drain had a gentle slope. It means a tilt. So, water could flow through it. Very often, drains in houses were connected to those on the streets and smaller the drains let into bigger ones. As you can see at the end, there is a bigger drain. These smaller drains are letting into it. As the drains were covered, for the inspection, there were some kind of holes made. Like this. These were called inspection holes. So, they were provided at intervals. Interval means after some kilometer or some meter for cleaning the drain. So, houses, drains and streets were probably planned and built at the same time. So, now what are these? See them carefully. On the left side there is a stone. It is called a ceiling, where there is a text written and any animal or generally anything. This is called a ceiling. It was used to give an impression on the packets. There were no plastic packets, but there were any cloth packets or etc. So in this you can see a horse type animal and a lamp type thing, but there were no lamps. So there is a language written on it. It may be Harappan language. So it is a ceiling. And on the right side there are some toys made of terracotta. Terracotta was a red color clay. So what is this? These are stone weights. As you have seen in common shops in villages or towns which sell some wheat flour or etc. They use stone weights and put into the weighing machine, which balances in a balance to measure the weight. These are the same, but from today we make them from iron. But these were not made from iron. These were made from a kind of stone called chert. C-H-E-R-T, chert. So what are these? These are the stone beads and some ornaments made of fans or etc. So as I was talking about stone blades, these are the stone blades. See very carefully, it has a sharp edge to cut meat or etc. See this. This may be the king of Mohenjo-daro. He has a beard, but see carefully. It has worn a cloth type thing with designs. It means that Harappan peoples wore clothes made of copper. Unlike stone or shell, that faience is found naturally. Faience is a material that is artificially produced. A gum was used to shape sand or powdered quartz into an object. But there was no artificial gum which you find in markets today. They are made up of several chemicals. This gum was found from trees. Today also we use tree gum at some places in villages. So a gum was used to shape sand or powdered quartz into an object. These objects were then glazed, resulting in a shiny, glassy surface, as you can see in the picture. The colors of the glaze were usually blue or sea green. So, faience was used to make beads, bangles, earrings and tiny vessels. So, the question can come, for what was the faience used? So, you will write the faience was used to make beads, bangles, earrings and tiny vessels. So, what is this? This is a toy bullock cart from which children may have played. But this means that the bullock carts were used in the Harappan cities. So, what is this? This is a type of coin or a ceiling or something else. So, can you suggest what were the modes of transport used by the Harappans? Yes, they may have used on foot bullock carts or chariots. So, what is this? You may have seen this in villages also. This is a plough. This was used to dug and turn the soil to get the fertile soil on the top. What is this? This is the dockyard. D-O-C-K-Y-A-R-D, dockyards. So, This is located at Lothal. This huge tank may have been a dockyard where boats and ships came in from the sea and through the river channel. Goods were probably loaded and unloaded here. So ships came from the sea here, and here were the goods loaded and unloaded. This means that they also traveled from the seas and rivers. And yes, they probably traveled. Archaeologists had declared this. So, what they brought from the distant lands? Yes, raw materials. Raw materials are the substances they are either found naturally, such as wood or metals, or produced by farmers or herders. These are then processed to produce finished goods. For example, cotton produced by farmers is a raw material that may be processed to make cloth. While some of the raw materials that the Harappans used were available locally many times, such as copper, tin, gold and silver, and precious stones had to be brought from distant places. So what do you think? Yes, gold and other metals and precious stones were brought from distant lands during sea route. Harappans got copper from present-day Rajasthan and even from Oman. Oman is the only country with the first letter O. So, tin. What is tin? It is mixed into copper to produce bronze. They may have been brought from the present-day Afghanistan and Iran. Gold could have come all the way from present-day Karnataka, and precious stones from present-day Gujarat, Iran and Afghanistan. So, they are the seals. Seals may have been used to stamp bags or packets containing goods that were sent to one place to another. As you have seen today, many company banners are there on the objects. That was like that only. It was used to stamp. First, a layer of wet clay was applied on the knot and the seal was pressed on it. Now what happened? The impression of the seal is known as a sealing. The seal left an impression which was called a sealing. If the sealing was intact, one could be sure that the goods have arrived safely. It means that if you buy goods of some company and you can see the logo of that company and you can buy your favorite objects. So elsewhere, around 5,000 years ago, kings ruled over Egypt. These kings sent to distant land to get gold, silver, ivory, timber and precious stones. They also built huge tombs known as pyramids. As you can see, a four-sided triangle shaped object. Not object, it is a building type dome. So it is called pyramid. When they died, the bodies of kings were preserved and buried in these pyramids. These carefully preserved bodies are known as mummies. Not that cartoon mummies you see in the TV yet. They were known as mummies. A large number of objects were also buried with them. These included food and drink, clothes, ornaments, utensils, musical instruments, weapons and animals. Sometimes even serving men and women were buried with the rulers. These amongst the most elaborate burials is in the world history. Even the servants were buried alive. So I am telling you some important dates. These are very important. Cotton cultivation at Mehergarh. At Mehergarh, when did the cotton cultivation started? About 7,000 years ago. Please remember them. They will definitely come in your exam. And beginning of cities. When did the cities started flourishing? About 4,700 years ago. Beginning of the end of these cities. Harappan cities getting demolished, etc. So, about 3,900 years ago. And the emergence of other cities, like the cities at the banks of river Indus were demolished and the cities were flourishing on the banks of river Ganga. So end of the cities on the bank of the Indus was about 3,900 years ago, and the emergence of other cities was about 2,500 years ago. So I have a comment question for today. How do archaeologists know that cloth was used in the Harappan civilization? I told you one point, and you can give another reasons also. So you have to answer. Please answer my questions which I give you, because I am not getting answers from everybody. Only a few are answering me and not in all videos. So please answer me. So this was all for today. I will meet you in my next video with another topic. Till then, bye. And do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel.